Hey, I know you think you the one, homie. But can't nobody escape gravity. It's going down, going down.
Hello everybody and welcome to the stream. Hope you guys are doing well. Today we have a really good one for you. It is going to be Psionic Aftermath versus K0mpis. It's hard for me to pronounce their full name, so I apologize, but should be a good one nonetheless. This is for ATL or Alpha Team League, so should be a good one altogether. Today I am joined with the one, the only, it is Xenodactyl. How you doing, Xenodactyl?
Hey, pretty good. Just, excited to see some more StarCraft.
Yeah, definitely. It's really interesting, especially for me. Coming back, it seems like forever, even though it's only been about a week. I did just...
it's been an eventful week, I hear.
Yeah, definitely. Just had my son, so I was super excited about that. Unfortunately, what had happened was in the NICU for about 5 days. He wasn't able to properly breathe, as well as he had some issues with eating and some like jaundice and some other stuff, so wasn't all the well that great, but thankfully he's out, he's home, he's doing good, and loving every minute of it. So
I understand those first few days when there are complications can be pretty stressful.
Yeah, definitely. And it was stressful for us because we were only supposed to be in there for like a couple of days, and they were going to discharge my girlfriend. And unfortunately, we're like, really worried because we live about like 45 minutes from the hospital, and we're like, man, we really don't want to be that far away. They gave us some options, and thankfully they were allowing us to be able to stay there, and if needed be, help out with whatever. So thankfully able to get him home, and now right now he's actually getting pictures in the other room, so it's really nice. I'll have to share those on my social media once those get done, but should be pretty good. So but looks like the first match is getting ready to start up, and I hope you guys are excited as I am for this event, and should be a good one.
Looks like we're gonna have a ZVT on Acid Plant.
Ooh, I like it. I like it a lot. Gonna be Terran Lord versus Exploratory Orb. Should be a good one here. Alright. Always gotta love EU.
I think this map will be good for Terran Lord, but I'll explain my thoughts on that later, after we introduce them.
Alright. Get the music, sound turned on. Oh, so good. Alrighty, guys, in the bottom right hand corner, in the green, representing Psionic Aftermath, he is the Terran player. It is Terran Lord.
And in the opposing corner, as the Orange Zerg, representing K0mpis, it is Exploratory Orb.
Alright, so TBZ, always a fun one. I love seeing the dynamics in this matchup, and it seems like it's been changing a lot. A lot of Terrans have been going for this earlier like battle mech style. It was something that was popular before. It kind of went away because Zerg started countering it, and now we're starting to see that a little bit again, where Zerg players are going for a quick third. They're getting Roach Warrens down. They're going into like a Roach Ravager, sometimes just like a Roach Hydra, and just kind of blind countering it, just automatically expecting it. So I'm wondering if we will see that from K0mpis, or from Exploratory, or Exploratory Orb. or if we'll see more of like a bailing, like Ling kind of harassment style.
Yeah, I don't know pretty much anything about our Orange Zerg here, but Terran Lord, I I don't see him play like true mech very like I can't remember a game that he's actually gone true mech. Like he's certainly done those like Hellbat pushes, but I think he usually transitions into Bio behind that. Then again, he usually wins off of them if he goes for said Hellion or Hellbat pressure, so I don't have much to go off of. Most of the time he just plays a straight up macro game off of Bio, and that's about all we really see. But regardless of which style he wants to go for, given the number of chokes on this map, I think that favors the fact that he likes his pushes.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're going to have a pause here, just from a second from the Terran Lord. So, just right before the Ling gets in there, the Reaper gets in there to start trying to do some harassment, we'll see what he actually goes for in here. If he's going to be able to actually get anything done, or if he will kind of, fall under the pressure, even though it wouldn't be too bad. I do like that he actually came in with the SCV scout, just to kind of see, are you going real harassy? Are you trying to like play aggressive, going like one base or something, or are you expanding? What are you doing? So I like that already.
It's a good sense of like the fact that speed is being researched, and he also knows that there was still gas in there, I think, or that the Zerg was still mining gas. So it's not just speed and then macro. It's speed and then something, whatever something is. Oh. Who's Wrath?
Oh.
Okay.
The potato. Being a potato, as always. Another delay.
Maybe one of us is Wrath.
I tried pushing mine, but it wouldn't let me. Yeah, it won't me. There we go. 3, 1. There we go. Alright, so we're going to have the Reaper come in. He looks to scout, sees that the third is not there. He's going to scout down and make sure not a crazy third was taken. And looks like he might come in, or just kind of make sure he can delay the timing as much as he can. We do have a couple of Lings on the way from Exploratory. And he's got that Roach Warren coming down. So it looks like he is going to try to tech up to Roaches, put on some pressure. And I'm wondering, has he actually seen this? Okay, he hasn't scouted that there's that factory, but definitely is probably under the assumption that, Hellions are going to be coming, maybe Cyclones. So
actually, if he doesn't see that Queen come over to the third in like 10 seconds, I want him to suicide this Reaper, because he needs to know that this Roach Warren is done as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I agree with that. If he can get in there, see that those roaches are being made, and it looks like he's getting ready to be aggressive. 10 roaches are on the way with these Lings.
Scan works too.
The thing that I do like is he went with the Banshee, so he will be able to kind of counter this a little bit. He's got the Hellions as well as the Cyclones coming in, so he should be okay, but he definitely needs to get up like maybe a bunker. Well, I guess since he doesn't have Marines, he can't really get a bunker. And
yeah, bunker won't help him in this situation.
Yeah. But thankfully, with these Hellions, gonna see these Lings, take care of those. But this big streamline of roaches.
He's getting Cyclones behind. Like he stopped Hellion production and grabbed a pair of Cyclones. He's gonna get more Hellions for the Lings, I guess.
Yeah, I think he's thinking that there's a big Ling push coming in, so he's going to get more of those. With this Banshee coming out, though, he's going to see these roaches. We should start seeing some Cyclones being made from this.
When he scanned, he saw the roaches, I thought.
I didn't catch it.
Okay, well, he has a pair of Cyclones, and the Banshee will be out shortly, so...
Well, he has one Banshee out right now, but he will get that second one out. So already this is such a good defense here from Terrorborn. He does lose a couple of SEVs behind this, and he has a couple of Ravengers being built. But so far, such an excellent defense here from Terran Lord. This Ravenger's gonna start putting some corrosive biles on this Banshee, but man, such a good defense here from Terran Lord. Able to just clean that up, easy peasy. We got more roaches on the way as well, but this has been totally shut down from Terran Lord.
Yeah, good hold, good hold.
I mean, he loses like 3. Yeah, there we go. He loses like 3 or 4 SEVs, but overall, for how much damage he was able to stop from being happening, that was just phenomenal. Behind this, we do have the Evo Chambers and some Spine Crawlers, so he's looking to tech up, start getting some of those upgrades going, and Exploratory, gonna get the lair, and really gonna start trying to tech up. I imagine we'll start seeing some Hydras behind this.
Yeah, something... Like, he knew it was roaches, and I kind of find it interesting that he felt safe on just 2 Cyclones. He wanted more Hellions, and that suggests to me that he wanted to put counter-aggression done with the Hellions after he held.
Mm-hmm.
But, I guess we'll see what he can get done. He only has 3 of them at this third of the Zerg.
Yeah, and we're going to have some more roaches pop out. He has 10 more on the way. I don't know if he's going to necessarily try to be aggressive with these extra roaches, but with 3 Banshees out and with a couple of those Cyclones, I mean, he's in a really good position. As long as he can defend, doesn't lose too much to, like, say, the Queens or anything like that, he should be okay. And there's really not any anti-air. Like, besides the Queens and, like, a Spore Crawler, I mean, he's in a pretty good position right now.
It looks like he feels he can probably get this hatch, and I think I agree with him. Like,
yeah.
What's supposed to come save this?
I mean, he's got to be really careful, though. Exploratory is going to actually send over some roaches to the main, or the natural here. Got a couple of bunkers down and a tank, so he should be okay against this, but he really needs to siege up that tank. Just trying to find a good position here. And
it's sieged behind a wall. That's a pretty good situation.
Yeah, and and behind the bunkers, tank just getting so much damage done on these roaches. A couple of Marines are out, gonna force a pull here with the SCVs. He's gotta keep that tank alive. Tank does go down, but behind this, so much damage has been getting done. Banshees are forced back, but again, a really good defense here from Terran Lord. He lost 3 SCVs against that again. And with the tank and a couple of Marines, he's doing phenomenal in this, and that's really kind of helping him in this mid-game coming up. He's got the Hellions out. He's trying to, pick up a couple of kills where he can, and then he's just doing such a good job of, not just sending everything out. And now he's got his upgrades going, and he's got the stim pack just now finishing. So, I mean, really such a good job now. Does lose 2 of those Banshees, and now he's going to force himself back, but oh no. Those Hydra's actually attacking one of his evolution chambers, but finally it does get that quit.
A little bit of misclick.
Yeah.
Everyone happens to everyone, I suppose.
Definitely. We do have 4 more barracks coming up here for Terran Lord. He's going to go into that bio style, really just trying to give it off like this heavier mech style. And now I think he's getting ready to get a 3rd as well. Or no, he has his 3rd done. It's landing right now. So
yeah, it's been an orbital for some time, so he's been benefiting from at least the extra mule production, and he's able to saturate this pretty quickly, whereas for the Zerg, the 3rd is like a 3rd of the way done, and like he still is going to have to make drones for that.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, and his 3rd, because it did get taken down, like you said, I mean, it's crazy that, he's staying even with the Zerg. I mean, he's ahead in workers. He's had, well, he's not ahead in army supply, but he still has that advantage. And we got more roaches, more hydras on the way. And looks like a drop's going to be coming around from Terran Lord. Maybe just to put a little bit of harassment on and just keep the Zerg at bay. And a fourth as well coming out from Exploratory. So
looks like we're gonna get a Roach Hydra push heading around this right side. Gonna try and hit the third and.
Do we have any more sample things to wipe?
And get some work done that way.
yeah, definitely. And so
There is a tank here, or two in fact, but the second one's kind of out of position for this push.
mm-hmm. Definitely, and gonna come in here with the tanks, with these Roach Hydras. The tank doing an okay job trying to stop that. SCVs are gonna have to get pulled here to start trying to heal that up, and these Marines stemming forward, doing a really good job here. GG is gonna be called from Explorator, and Terran Lord will take the first victory there for Psionic Aftermath. So, GG.
That was really scary for a second. Like
Yeah.
he was in the middle of counterattacking, so he wasn't like actually repairing, and then at the last second he got the repair, and like it just shut down the Zerg's attack so hard.
Yeah, and that was one of the things too. Is like, if he hadn't have built that Banshee, I think we would have been in a different game. I think if he would have, just went into more Hellions, and those Cyclones were so crucial, pulling the SCVs when he needed to, trying to get a wraparound on those so that the Cyclones could get the damage they need to, really helped him out in that. So
Yeah, I think I've really seen a lot of this like 1-1-1 out of him, where he goes for this kind of I guess defensive opener that can kind of handle any aggression, but at the same time gives him a aggressive option somewhere. Which in this case, his aggressive option are the Hellions, but he also can defend with the Banshees.
yeah, and that was the thing too. Is like, after he stopped the push, he didn't try to like just go crazy all in and throw everything out there. He just sent the Hellions, tried to get some drone kills, kind of see exactly what his opponent was doing, and then he had the Banshees over. He was able to get the denial on that, and then plus have his own third before the Zerg could get his third up and running. It was a really good job, and just from there he just kept playing forward. He didn't lose too much. He played defensive a couple of times, playing a little offensive or just harassing a little bit, and then unfortunately Exemplatory just kept running his units into those tanks. Those tanks just freely sieging on everything, and was able to just clear it out. So GG. Just waiting for the next match here. Should be starting pretty soon.
It looks like it's gonna be a PvT on Dreamcatcher. Okay. I'm thinking we're probably gonna see the Protoss cheese. Because there's a lot of things about Dreamcatcher that a Protoss should not enjoy in this matchup. Dreamcatcher is fine against, like, in a PvZ, provided you knock down the rocks and can get into that, like, comfortable single point where, like the Zerg only can attack through a single choke,
Right. And the thing is, like, we're probably going to see a lot of drops, a lot of, like, Liberator harassment coming out from
Right.
Sergapine, just because of that open back base, and it's just going to be one of those things where it's like, you got to make sure that if you're Protoss, if you can get, some stalkers there, or even some cannons, just to kind of protect that mineral line, because if you're a Terran player and you're playing on Dreamcatcher, you're probably just going to start trying to drop right on top of that mineral line. So
Exactly. And that's effectively why I don't see a Protoss wanting to play a standard macro game here. But you never know. Some people feel like the map is just another map. Whatever. I'm gonna do my thing, whatever my thing is, and that's that.
Mm-hmm. Guys, I do apologize. I am eating some garlic bread. Trying to get me some food in. We need to get a garlic bread emote so you guys can spam it. Can I get garlic bread spam in the chat? No. Alrighty, so second map, gonna be loading in. Like we said, you know, TVP. It's gonna be really interesting to see, and should be pretty good. So, Xenodactyl with the 1 bits. Thank you so much, Xenodactyl.
You know, just
every penny counts.
yeah. Exactly. Thank you. I was trying to figure out how to word that. There's a phrase for everything, right?
Mm-hmm. It's like people like that pick up. There's people that go around just like pick up change like off the floor from everywhere, but there's some people that won't pick up a penny. They just want like nickels and dimes. It's like every penny counts. But we'll continue that in just a second here as we get into this guy. Boom. All right, guys. In the top left-hand corner, in the red, representing Psionic Aftermath, it is a Serpagel.
And in the bottom, in the right, as the yellow Protoss, representing Compass, it is Tajazi.
I know, it's always so fun. I say this, I feel like I say it every time, but it's always funny to try to pronounce some of these people's names. It's like, I think you pronounce it like this. Like, for the longest time I thought Serpagels was like Serpagai or something like that. I thought the L was an I.
Oh, the L at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Or something.
Yeah, so, but gonna have some harassment already here from the Protoss with that probe, trying to deny the barracks as long as he can. Already going for a quick expansion behind this, and then going into that cybernetics core. So, looking to maybe play a macro game here, or really just try to work and get a little bit of aggression. Probe's gonna come back in. I imagine he's gonna try to, you know, put some pressure on this command center building SCV, which he is. Is he gonna get it? Oh! Ah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, a little unfortunate there, but able to continue that. He sends another one, and it's going to get taken out too. He needs... What are you doing?
What?
Reaper will come out and
goodness.
finally shoo that away, but will this probe do enough damage? Nope. Okay. Oh, almost lost the second one there. Definitely annoying to have to deal with as a Terran player in general. Those little pesky probes that want to come in and ruin your fun. Gonna have the Reaper come across now and try to scout and see that there is indeed an expansion up and a stalker out. So just gotta be careful he doesn't just lose that. Send out the little mine there and gonna try to find another way in here, but I don't think there's really another way.
Nah, he's just gonna have to retreat from the stalker.
Robotics facility is gonna come down for Tahazi, and looking to be a three racks coming out.
Oh my. Okay, no more scouting for the Terran.
Yeah, a little unfortunate there, but that stalker gave chase. He wanted to, you know, continue to put that pressure on. I imagine that we'll have that one additional stalker come out and begin to, you know, put some pressure on, which we do see into this natural. Try to keep the Terran at bay, try to keep him at home as much as he can to really kind of build up what kind of forces he wants. This bunker isn't going to get done in time, but he's only got 3 Marines to defend against this. Trying to stem up there and, you know, build with what he can. The bunker's not going to finish here. He's going to have to send another SCV. And
this is looking really scary for the Terran.
yes, this is so scary. Going to get another SCV there is Tahazi. And now he's just kind of walking around. He's down his shields, so he eventually could get this. But just doing a beautiful kiting here of those Marines. As more and more Marines are trying to stem out, or come out at least. He might have to give up. Oh! Alright, so he's going to back up. Should be able to give him the opportunity to finish this bunker, and that will shut down that pressure. But this is giving Tahazi the perfect time to, you know, kind of get up a little bit what he wants. Just now getting the gateway. And he's actually a little behind on minerals. I wonder if he's going to try for like a quick third, or if he's just really waiting for more stuff to come out.
No, I think that was just because he was busy microing his stalkers. He is going to get that third. So, oh, okay. I see what we have here. This is going to be like Blink style play. He's gonna be pretty gateway heavy in like a couple minutes from now. Okay, he's getting a 4th gateway at least, and he's gonna want to have a lot of observers to spot any drop locations, and he'll probably want to get a pair of forges as well so that he can get ahead on upgrades. And I think this is gonna line up pretty well against unless, because like we didn't see a starport, right? So
well, the starport just now went down.
Just starting, right?
Yeah, and so he is going to get some medevacs here eventually. He is supply blocked as well, which is really hurting him in his macro. He's not able to get out as much as he really could. This observer is going to get kind of shot down here, but does see what he needs to. Stem's almost done as well. And so far...
As long as he knocks down these rocks, he should have a relatively easy time defending between his bases, since there's not going to be a drop coming in the immediate future.
Right, yeah. I mean, and he like I say, keeps supply blocking himself, so he gets 1 round of Marines out, and then he's having to wait a few seconds, and that's really putting him behind. He's not able to really do as much. And with that observer there, he is able to kind of see exactly what army is here and what he has to deal with. And with that third being up so early, and it going, you know, essentially unscouted, it's really kind of put him, Serpagel, a little behind. He's just now taken his own third. But this army from Tahazi is just looking so strong right now. He's got to be careful with it. And with Blink finishing up soon, this could definitely spiral out of control for Serpagel if he's not careful.
This is a little bit curious army positioning. I understand why he's out here. Like, I think he wants to catch the army as it funnels through the choke, and then perhaps force field it in half. But Serpagel is not actually moving out like to as the yellow Protoss thought.
Yeah.
I have one of those Porky Pig moments every time.
That's all, folks.
Yeah. Okay, he does now see the army, and the rocks are not down, so...
Nah. He has a couple of Widow Mines with this army, but just being Marines, this is really scary to have to deal with. He's going to try to stem in here. Nice force fields as well. And this army from the Protoss just getting on top of everything. He's trying to bait...
should go home. There's too many stalkers.
Yeah. I mean, he's trying to bait out these Widow Mines, but with that Observer right there, he's not going to really get anything, and those get taken out, and now Serpagel's in really big trouble here. Trying to get on there. He does take out a good amount of Stalkers, but there's just so much army here, and Serpagel looking like he might actually start moving across here. He is going to try to get on top of the third, and then maybe go into the natural, but just having Marines, a couple of Marauders, and those Widow Mines really isn't doing a whole lot at this time.
He needs to pick up this third, move it back to his base, because he can't hold that, and like drop mines while he defends. somehow.
Somehow, yeah.
Somehow. I don't even know how you defend this.
Yeah, this is really, really crazy. Gonna come in here, and looks like he will go ahead and take out that third. It's trying to move into an orbital, but will get taken out beforehand. Gonna stem in here with the Marines, couple of mines in the back to try to help buffer this army, or at least try to bait it in here, but doesn't look like it's gonna be able to get too much done. And now Tahazi in a very dominant position here. He's got 61 workers. He's had that third base up forever. He's gotten an additional gateway, and he's able to warp in on the other side. This is just looking very grim right now for Serpagle. He's even throwing down a scan, trying to see if there's any observers here for this mine field that he's at. And it doesn't look like you will see that one right there. And now with this additional observer coming in, this is going to be really scary to have to deal with. He's putting so many resources into these mines that he just doesn't have a whole lot of army here. Blinking back is the Protoss Tahazi. Trying not to lose too much, and with that observer still just sitting there, he's not going to let any of these mines go off, and that's, just kind of wasting.
This Psionic composition from Serpagle, I think it does a lot better if you're facing, like, someone without observers, of course, or someone that's more zealot heavy, because then you can clear the zealots at least, and then you guys are kind of even-ish on army supply, perhaps. But when you're fighting mostly Blink Stalkers and Immortals, they're all ranged units, so with the observers, Tahazi has been able to just pick away at the mines and outmaneuver the Terran encampment.
Yeah, and I mean, Serpagle trying to take another third did get denied there. It didn't even get a cancel, just straight off kill. So that's, minerals that he is losing, and now we have some High Templar coming across. And we also have a robotics bay. Yeah, robotics bay. And he is going to, be able to start getting some units that really kind of counter this even more, but I don't even think it's going to get there.
Great catch by the Protoss. Going to be able to get all of this Terran force virtually unopposed, with the Guardian shields going up and the mines out of position. I think this is GG.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything to do with this. He does have some zealots come in and a little bit of lag. I don't know if it's laggy on your side as well, but a little bit of lag coming in here. Gonna come in with the zealots and everything, but yeah, GG's gonna be called, and Tahazi gonna tie it up here for his team, and gonna make it 1-1. So gonna have a little bit of a fight going on, looks like. There you go.
So I mean, neither player really played to the map, I would say, but good games out of both of them all the same.
Yeah, it was a little bit different than what we were expecting, I'm expecting a lot of drops and stuff, but just didn't happen in that game. And I think with the pressure early on, really kind of forced Serpagle to kind of sit back and, kind of worry that, something was going to happen. So.
Yeah, unless you have a Marauder or Cyclone, it's really hard to hold early Stalker pressure. So until I see Marauder or Cyclone, I'm pretty much always on the other side of the map.
Yeah, and I agree. I think if you see, Stalkers, definitely just mass Marines do not work as good as they used to. And with the Marauder buff, I was surprised they didn't make more Marauders. I think it would have been a little bit better in the end there.
Yeah, Marauders, it's been really common to see, like, people going for the fast concussive shell, and so, like, those Stalkers come across the map, and then they can't get home. Oh, I'm host. What happened here? Why am I host? hopefully I don't have to do anything else. Not even rough, so.
Alright, ZVZ. I love me a good ZVZ.
It's on a really large map, too.
Yeah, being a 2v2 map. Be interesting to see. Might be a long, drawn-out game. Alright. In the bottom left-hand side, on Darkness Sanctuary, representing K0mpis, he is the pink Zerg player. It is Kane.
And hailing from the southeast, representing PsiX, it is the yellow Zerg Baxter.
Alright, so another ZBZ. Should be a good one here. Already receiving that expansion coming out here from Kane. Imagine the same thing will happen here from Baxter as well. So feeling pretty confident that because it's such a big map and because it's a 4-player map that you can go ahead and expand first and you should be okay. It's going to be interesting when they find out that they're like right next to each other and see how that actually kind of transforms their builds. Will we start seeing more aggression come out, or will they still play that kind of macro game and have to expand away from their opponent?
Yeah, I think based on the spawning locations, it's slightly better for Baxter in that he can expand in a line as he expands away, whereas Kane is like kind of always going to have this, at least the triangle between his first 3 bases, and then
yeah,
at that point,
I definitely agree. I think that will help a little bit. I think if it gets into the later game, it won't matter as much, but definitely in this earlier part, being able to just go out, expand, and not have to worry about that too much is definitely very nice. So we'll see how it goes through here. Hatch is just not finishing up on both sides, and already starting to see some lings, and it looks like lean speed from both sides. So fairly similar builds so far. It looks like Kane's is a little bit quicker though, but we'll see. He is actually going to play more aggressive here with 8 lings on the way, and looks like he's going to start putting on that pressure, but he doesn't know exactly where his opponent is just yet. Just not seeing that there is that overlord. So
Baxter is still okay. There's our answer. I was about to comment on the fact that he still had gas mining, so he does throw down that Baneling nest, and he's gonna move out across the map.
Yeah, he's gonna come in. He's gonna see that what Kane is preparing for a big attack. If he can get some Balings going and get some good connects, that could definitely help him out. But with the amount of lings and with these queens, he's not gonna get really too much done, and he might be preparing for a big fight here. So
yeah, that was actually really important to see that huge ling count. Now he can say to himself, "Oh, I'm about to be attacked. Maybe I should make some banelings. Maybe I should build a spine crawler. Maybe I should, kind of wall a little bit.
Have some
All
units."
Yeah.
It's like, maybe I should make some lings if he's going to be attacking me. And we do have the Evo chamber as well, and I like the placement of this. Of his buildings, it's really going to limit, the surrounding potential of this army from Kane. And, he's trying to get on top of these queens. The lings, though, are going to meet him there. And with these Balings morphing in, he should be able to get some good connects here. Gets a pretty good connect there, able to clean this up, and now Baxter in a pretty good position here. Definitely ahead of workers, and just a little behind with army count, but he's got those Balings, so if he can hit very good, he should be alright. 20 more lings on the way as well, just not popping out for Kane. And behind this he has the 3rd as well, so looking to try to macro up behind this and continue to put on some pressure.
Yeah, this is just a speedling all in against fast baneliness from Baxter, so
Yeah. He's going to get on top of this third hatch, able to kind of push this away, so Kane going to be able to keep that for the time being. And behind this is more Lings, more Bailings. And we do have +1 Carapace being researched, so potentially that could help in these engagements. And, do a fairly good job. Kane's going to come over and try to see if a third has been taken yet, or if anything's happened, but does not look like anything just yet. Alright, he's going to come in with a couple of Bailings with a good amount of Lings, and going to try to get us around here on Kane's army. These Queens, though, with the Spinecrawler, going to back up here. He needs to focus down those Bailings. Gets really good connects there with those Bailings. And now there's not a whole lot here to defend. But Kane on the other side with these Lings. Seeing that this attack is here, he's going to come in with his Lings. They're kind of all clumped up together. Going to start trying to get on top of there. And this natural going to go down for Kane. A couple of Bailings coming back from Baxter. Going to try to help clean this up and get some very good hits there. And those are going to help with this. He's going to get the Queens as well. And we'll finally get cleaned up here. But Baxter in a phenomenal position here. Still 35 drones in the 35 to 17, excuse me. And, just looking very dominant. Even though he doesn't have that third base yet, so.
yeah, I think he smells blood in the water and wants to just close this out on Ling Bane, since he knows that there have not been any Banelings from his opponent, and he has yet to see a Roachworn. So
yeah, I mean,
there's really no stopping this explosive power from our yellow Zerg.
Yeah, he's going to come into the main with these Bailings, trying to get, some good connects on these drones, but does not look like that's going to be the case. Drones have been pulled, going to try to help with this, but the Bailings going to roll in and just demolish everything. 12, 13 drones do go down, and now Kane just does not have the minerals, and he is going to have to GG, and Baxter going to take the victory there for Psionic Aftermath, and going to make it 2-1, so GG. Oh, that's why.
For such a large map, that was really short.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it too had to do with where they spawned at. I think if it would have been cross spawn, we would have seen a little bit longer game, maybe going to roaches.
That's fair.
Seeing that, and then also seeing Kane going for that quicker, heavier Ling style, definitely kind of said, okay, I need to get crazy. So.
Yeah, I wonder how much of his decision making there was affected by the spawn locations, and how much of that is like just the way he plays.
Yeah, I agree.
I think, I don't know, it felt like Baxter was a lot more comfortable in the ZVZ matchup than Kane was, just from like the way they handled their Lings.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. I think sometimes you just have more practice against one certain race than the other. Let me see if we can actually pull that up here. Profile. Let's see. Well, Baxter has a 41% win rate. He's played about 34 this season. And then the other one, Kane, I think he just got kicked. I'd be interested to see like what he.
Oh, that's interesting. So Kane actually, he's not played very many games this season, but supposedly, since Legacy of the Void, he has a 74% win rate against Zerg.
Well, and we got to think too. Well, I don't know if you're looking at the same one I am, but I guess Because it is on like EU, maybe they have played more on like NA or something. So
No, that's also possible.
we do have kind of that cross realm, that like cross servers kind of thing happens sometimes. So.
Actually, come to think of it, given the fact that Kane must have 40 games at this point for this season in order to play, he must have played those 40 games on NA.
Yeah, I mean we do see that sometimes where you mainly like for one season I mainly played like on the Korean server or whatever, and so sometimes that doesn't reflect. That's why it's good that we have like the sites that kind of show, hey, this is what his profile is, this is how much he's actually played. Especially when you get into like these team leagues and you want to make sure everyone's like at the MMR or whatever that they're at. So.
Right.
So, it's good to see a bunch of you in the chat. Hope you guys are doing well. Seeing Sushi and Miguel and I am Goon. It's good to see you guys. Hope you guys are enjoying yourself. If you haven't, if for some reason you're on this channel and you have not hit the follow button, make sure you do that. Support these guys. They do such amazing work and always have a good one. Make sure you see them. And if you want to, if you happen to have Amazon Prime and you're looking for someone to give your free Twitch sub to, make sure you hit subscribe and give them your love, your money, and everything in between. Make sure you guys do that. So, but it looks like the next match getting ready to start. I'm ready. Looks like it's going to be a ZVT for this next one. I'm excited to see this. I love seeing these ZVTs, and like I said, it's always nice to see the dynamics, especially with different players, how they play the game. It's cool to see that kind of back and forth flow. So,
yeah, being 16-bit, lots of expansion potential.
right, in the good old bottom or top right hand corner in the green, presenting Psionic Aftermath, he is Ebrethil.
And in the bottom left, as the red Zerg representing K0mpis, it is Killican.
Dun dun dun. Alright, so I love 16-bit. I love the layout of it. It has these kind of like very hilly sides. You got different chokes and things like that, but it looks like from
Hey, the fast pool and gas.
yeah, looks like we may have a Bailing Bust on the way. He's got the spotting pool. He hasn't taken an expansion yet, and he's already going for that double gas, so he might be trying to go for this like crazy like Bailing all in. Wow,
Actually, he took the second gas, so I think this is going to be roaches.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I can see that. I definitely like a Ravager
Yeah.
kind of push. Yeah. Eberthil is going to come with the SCV. Doesn't see an expansion yet. Comes in, sees, okay. Oh, he sees that there's a building back there. He must know that this is...
Yeah. He saw it. He knows.
Alright, so going to have the Reaper coming out, as well as starting to build some bunkers. So, and he even sees that there is no other expansion just yet. He knows something aggressive is coming. Roach Warren just now getting ready to finish up as well, so...
I'm surprised he was able to keep that SCV alive.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't blame you there. But the thing is like Killa didn't really have any like lings or anything to deal with it, so he just kind of
He
had
had
free
a
reign.
pair. He sent them across the map.
Yeah.
Like they were chasing the SCV at first, and then they like gave up.
First Ravager is, or three Ravengers going to be morphed in here. One more Roach on the way, but imagine that will get turned as well. And they're going to start making their way across while the Reaper comes in and just kind of sitting around. He's just kind of sitting back and he's going to taken out pretty easily there. Not able to scout, but he does know that's on its way. We do have the Marauders on the way as well, and will we see a tank behind this, or will we see... okay, it looks like we will see tanks. And then the starport, I think it's going to be really nice to get some... either Banshee, or I guess he could get a Liberator and try to, you know, close this out. But I don't think it's going to get there in time before this hits.
I think Everthel will be just fine. He's getting that concussive shell. Like, as long as he gets that concussive shell, there's not a whole lot that the Zerg is going to be able to do to break this position.
Yeah, I mean, he's moving some SCVs over to try to help heal and try to stop this, and that's really going to help in the long run here. Those corrosive vials, though, going to land and start doing some damage, and now that there's 5 of these, that's going to be really hard for him to, you know, keep this bunker up. It still seems to be doing pretty well, and making it to where these Ravengers are actually having to get, you know, close to even try to deal some damage, and throws the tank in the back. I do like that, but it's not really going to get too much done unless Killa actually, like, gets in to try to be aggressive.
He basically cannot engage up this ramp, and I think that's pretty important for the Zerg to be able to do at some point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. I mean, he has that Overlord 4 vision, so he's trying to get in there, and now with the second siege tank going up, it's going to make it even harder and harder, and I think this has gotten shut down, but behind this, still just more roaches. Banshee's coming out, and I think this gets completely shut down. Even behind this, getting an expansion, so Eberthal will be able to start, you know, really getting the units and stuff that he needs. And so far, an excellent hold here from Eberthal. Killican, though, he has not given up. He's got more roaches on the way, and he's got those Ravengers, so potentially they can start one-shotting these bunkers. But now with the Banshee out, there's nothing to really counter this. And he'll be able to start, you know, freely taking out these. And just as long as he dodges those corrosive vials, he'll be okay.
Good salvage on the bunker, realizing he doesn't need it anymore. He has the tanks, he has the Banshee. And,
And he's got
I don't really know where Killican is supposed to go from here.
No, I mean, he could probably double expand and maybe try to get himself still in it. He hasn't lost a whole lot, but he's invested so much into this push that he didn't get anything done, and so now he's just kind of like, what do I do behind this? Actually gets that Ravager as well. So, looks like he's going to try to come back in again, but with these tanks and everything here, still, I don't think he's going to be able to do too much, but he's all in at this point, and he just cannot, like, really do too much. Finally going to expand as well. So maybe he's going to try to, you know, just come out from this, but it's going to be really hard for him. I think he's hoping that maybe he doesn't have that expansion, that he's still on one base, and that Killa has a chance, but already, you know, with that second base up, he's going to be behind.
Maybe he can bow down Stim and then somehow macro behind that, but this is still really ugly for the Zerg.
Mm-hmm. Now we got the Banshee over here. I'm going to start putting pressure on this natural. There's really no queens here. Do have a lair on the way, so I guess potentially he could go up to like Mutas or something, thinking that there's not a whole lot of anti-air. But if he can't get this expansion up, if he can't, you know, get any damage done, he's not going to be able to do too much. And now that this Viking's out, he's going to be able to clean up any kind of, you know, Overlord spread or anything like that. And, oh, he actually will get that up, so just barely though. gonna have a scan come out, and right now Killican actually, pretty oversaturated. Gonna transfer some drones over now, and trying to help, ease that and get some more income going. But Everthul, with these tanks spread out, everything's pretty well done. That if he tries to attack into this, Killican's gonna be hurting. Looks like gonna have the Banshee come in, gonna try to get on top of the third, but there's no third to be had, and so he will be able to get in, possibly in here, and start doing some damage. But looks like he's just trying to, find little places to kind of poke in and do a little bit. But
he's gonna move out with these siege tanks and pack of bio. It's leaving one siege tank at home for defense.
I do like that choice, and leaving one of those at home, knowing that these aggressions have been here. Looks like Killican might actually just run into this though. Will he be able to take care of this? Stim is going to come out and trying to
Very nice.
move these tanks, and everything is just going to go down. And with that +1 done, these Marines, the Marauders, and those tanks are just doing so much damage. Going to pick up some more units and start sending them across. And now, as Killican, what do you have here available? He has 12 more roaches on the way, but there's just not a whole lot here to deal with this and with those tanks. Looks like the tanks almost get cleaned up with those extra roaches, but there's just nothing here to defend. Natural does go down, and these drones gonna try to get a wraparound with these extra roaches popping out, and the Spore Crawler getting some damage done on the healing potential here of the Medivacs. Looks like this might actually get cleaned up here, and gonna be forced back, but still drop in the third. Gonna come over here with this, gonna get on top of all of these potential drones here if he's paying attention.
Yeah, he forces the cancel. We set Zerg back to one base, which is mostly mined out at this point.
Oh man,
it's starting to get mined out, I should say.
Comes back in here with those as well, and he's gonna get another cancel on this, and should be able to get some more of these drones. At the same time though, the Banshee and that Medivac were doing some good damage here. He might actually be able to pick these up, doing a little bit of good macro here and just trying to get what he can, but will eventually be forced out. But still, behind this, we do have more coming across here for the Terran player, and just continuing this pressure. He knows he's in a good spot. He knows that the Zerg player just does not have the income to really keep supporting this. So as he continues to put this on, he has a fourth base up as well, or being put up, and he has +2 being researched, so he is in a phenomenal position.
Ooh, that's a great position for that tank to siege, and with the Liberator covering the ramp, Killican is gonna tap out.
Yeah, GG. That was really good. I was really surprised how well he played that out. Just was able to, stop everything, and with that initial scout, just able to see everything, and really kind of prepared him. So GG. And I believe that is the match. Yep. Looks like that is. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys had fun. Saw some really good games, some quick games, but overall was very nice. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow for some more StarCraft action. Going to be, I believe, on this channel as well. I will be returning, and we're going to be casting the next matchup in the Alpha Team League, so you do not want to miss it. Thank you so much, Xanadactyl, for casting with me, and thank you, Psionic Aftermath, for allowing me to be able to cast with you guys, and I appreciate you. Make sure, if you guys haven't, to hit the follow button, like I said, and see some more great action. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Tune in. Be ready for some more great action. We'll see you guys next time. Remember, with gravity hits, it all comes down. We'll see you guys later.
Going down. It's going down. Hey, I know you think you the one, homie. But can't nobody escape gravity.
It's going down, going down.